Hey folks, I am Becky with Holy Smokes Photography. Welcome back to my channel. We just wrapped up my trip through Europe and a short, very quick, fun trip to Canada, and now we're just doing a spring break trip that I did on spring break naturally to Death Valley National Park, Joshua Tree National Park, and a couple other places in Nevada. So today we're taking a look at Death Valley National Park, and it was end of March, so it wasn't crazy hot, but the wind was very, very intense here. It made setting up my tent like almost impossible. If I wouldn't have been carrying a 5-gallon jug of water, I don't know if I would have been able to set up my tent by itself, because I had to put it in the middle of the tent before I could set up the tent around it to keep it from blowing away. It was 10 out of 10, one of the most difficult times I've ever had setting up a tent by myself. But it was a fantastic trip. I did almost a straight shot drive from my hometown in Chubbuck, Idaho to Death Valley National Park, and stayed in a campground inside of the camp and just had a great time there. Spent a lot of time at the Badwater Basin salt flats, exploring, walking onto that and just seeing that. And then of course the Artist Drive scenic loop, which is about 9 miles long. Just exploring the different areas of that. And then I did do the Natural Bridge Canyon hike, which is only about a mile. It took me about 45 minutes. And then one of the longer trips that I did was the Mosaic Canyon Trail, which is 4 miles. It took me about 3 hours estimated time frame. And I started off by myself, and then I ended up meeting with a family of, I believe, 4 or 5 total. They had a couple of kids, and they helped me with some of the scrambling and figuring out where the trail was, and just had a really fun time there. And then I went ahead and went to the Eureka Mine and explored that a little bit, and got to see some of the highest points inside of the state park. And it was just a wonderful experience. So I hope you enjoy my trip through Death Valley National Park. Alrighty folks, so that wraps up my trip through Death Valley National Park. It was definitely a really fun experience to be able to go and hike and see the different lookouts and just see how beautiful this desert is. And even when it wasn't too hot. The one thing that they made sure that we knew is if we got lost or a car broke down or anything like that, we stayed where we could find some type of shade and shelter, because people die from heat exhaustion out there. And flash flooding can also happen sometimes. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. Next time, we're headed down to Joshua Tree National Park, which is also in California. And I think you'll enjoy the hikes that we did there. So, I will see you next time, guys.